All right, so you're good to go?
Whatever. Yeah, I guess.
All right, so welcome to
Whatever.
episode.
Let's do this.
You fucker, I was doing my intro.
The following podcast is not. Oh, I know I wanted to do a different intro. Can I?
No.
The following podcast is not suitable for children under 18 years of age because it's about a movie suitable for any age whatsoever.
But if you're under 18, what the hell are we going to do? We're not cops.
Yeah.
We're not your parents, so listen away, man.
Yeah.
So welcome to episode 13 of Stuck in the Middle with You, a podcast where two guys take a look at a critically divisive film, see on what side of the consensus they fall on. My name is Derek Gane, and my broadcasting partner currently with me right now is the one and only Juan Barkeen. Say hi, Juan.
The one and only. Oh, I'm incomparable.
Well, you are the only you there is, right?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's other me's somewhere. There might be clones. Or maybe I'm just such a brand name that I could be killed and replaced with anyone.
But one thing we can't replace, though, is our experience with the film that we've covered for this episode. So what film did we cover for this episode, man?
Death Race 3, Inferno.
That's right, a 2012 action film directed by Raoul Rene. So, Juan, what in the hell is Death Race 3 Inferno about?
I don't really, there's a lot of backstory that they just, shove in for, through what's, essentially a commercial for Death Race. And it's, a little intro that explains a bunch of shit you need to know in, a minute. And then it gives you little bits and pieces of other nonsense backstory throughout that apparently all started with, did it start with Paul W.S. Anderson's his remake of Death Race?
Here's how this movie stacks up. It is the direct-to-video sequel to a direct-to-video sequel to a remake of Death Race 2000, which was a movie that's from the 70s, I believe. So
yeah, I think so.
This is a bit of a cultural Xerox that we're dealing with here. And it starts off kind of in the same way that the Neville Dean Taylor Jam Gamer starts off, with these faux commercials about this gladiatorial sport that's taken the world by storm. Except Neville Dean and Taylor are, in their very unique way, really good at world building.
They're also just smart.
This movie's not that good with
it's
world
not
building.
Smart. It's not good. You should have just ended it there. It's not that good. That's it. You don't need to keep going.
One, we both disliked this movie, but one hated it.
It's just the only fucking memorable scenes in this movie involve either A, women dying, B, women showering, C, women staring at cars and then dying, and D, Danny Trejo getting blown.
That's true. I was going to say, you're forgetting blown up. But no, Danny Trejo gets an on-screen blowjob in this
getting
film.
blown.
See, here's the thing. Danny Trejo is one of those actors who are old pros that they're in a lot of shitty movies, but their presence is always appreciated.
Honestly, yeah. But, this movie actually, it doesn't waste him, I would say, but it just doesn't do as much with him as I wish it had.
Because I think the movie still thinks that they have Jason Statham when in reality they have Luke Goss.
Who is basically a cross between, Jason Statham's third clone twice removed and Pitbull.
Dale.
What the fuck? Can you just say that again for me in the whitest way physically possible?
Well, see, it's easy to say it in the whitest way physically possible because I am white.
I know,
and
but
that was also part of the joke.
That's about as bad as Dale. Dale.
Yeah, I said Dale.
I know, I hate you.
But, I also speak French, so Spanish pronunciations I can do.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't be as funny.
Sure. Whatever.
But yeah, Until Juan pointed it out to me, I didn't think he looked like Pitbull. But at the end of the movie, in his white suit and his aviator sunglasses, yeah, he definitely looks like Pitbull.
He looks like Pitbull throughout the entire movie, except for when he has 50 different markings on his face, because this character is supposed to be like a burn victim or whatever. He's Frankenstein. He has to wear a mask all the time. That's his like logo, etc.,
That's his gimmick.
etc. Yeah, it's his gimmick, and that's how they market him, because marketing is important, because we're a movie that
We're
wants to
getting
make a
way the fuck
commentary
ahead
on
of ourselves.
fucking reality television. Fuck this movie.
Here's the thing. This movie is about, I guess this movie thinks it's about globalization, about hostile takeovers of businesses.
And making everything accessible on television to all folks and whatnot.
Here's the thing. Gamer, I'm going to reference this movie a lot because there's a lot of parallels to be drawn.
And I haven't seen Gamer, so I'll just let Derek take over this. And don't spoil me for Gamer.
No, I won't.
That's
Gamer is a garish, nightmarish, candy-colored, dystopian nightmare of a film. But that's because Neville Dean and Taylor have a good sense of what is garish. They can crank that shit to 11 and make it of a piece inside this universe, right? I mean, I think Neville Dean and Taylor have a firmer grasp on the vocabulary and grammar of sports television and of video games and of computers that I don't think either Roll Renee or the other people working on this film do, because in the Neville Dean Taylor movies, it's a lot more well integrated. It feels cartoonish, but it also feels it's so cartoonish that there's a certain reality to it that this movie doesn't have.
That makes sense. I agree. I mean, again, like I've only seen some of their output, 2 of their output in particular. But like even in Crank and Crank High Voltage, there's like, yes, the extreme cartoonishness of it all, but it feels like a real world.
Here's the thing. Let's not mince words. This is it's a direct-to-video movie. It's an exploitation film. It's cars, it's guns, it's explosions, and it's women. And the difference between, say, this and something like Crank is that not only because it was ratcheted up to like 12 or 13 on the scale, not just because there was a kineticism and sort of a unified vision behind it. And it's not also just because it was self-aware. It was because it was united. It was cogent. It felt of a piece.
Yes.
This feels so disjointed and messy. Like it has a certain kineticism, which is kind of lost because a lot of it is edited very erratically.
Horribly.
Cut very erratically, which is weird because this is not something that affected the only other Roland Renee film that I saw, The Marine 2. Anyway, leads me to believe that Roland Renee is a decent director. He just can't pick his editors worth of shit.
Yeah, and I've never seen one of his films, so I can't discuss this further. But honestly, the editing on this film was...
But what I'm trying to say is that it's exploitative, it's dirty, it's dingy, but it has no sense of itself in that there is, early on in this film, there is, because the death race, it's basically Le Mans on crack. It's basically a 3-day rally where if a convict, because all these people are criminals, and there's this whole other thing about sort of, using convicts for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, but that's been explored a fucking billion times.
It's like mentioned, but it's not really addressed.
The thing is, like, this movie takes 1,000 ideas that have already been explored and just kind of tosses them into a little pot and thinks it is doing the right thing by doing that, but it's not. It doesn't bother to explore any single one of them.
No unified vision.
At all.
It doesn't pick one thing and run with it. It kind of just throws everything against the wall and sees what sticks.
And none of it sticks. That's the problem.
There's one sequence in the film. It's early on. It's about 20 minutes in. Where
I know it's in Taiwan. I'm so mad about it.
Okay, so it's the death race. There's 10 racers, and for some reason that they don't bother explaining, there are 16 navigators. So it's like, okay, we'll have a pre-race event where the 16 navigators, all women, all wearing push-up bras, and No, I'm serious. This movie, I swear that this movie had a line in its budget for push-up bras because it's
Everybody's titties were nice and perky and pushed up, and there was so
to,
much cleavage.
like to an extent where this is gonna sound weird, but to an extent where I noticed.
Like, yeah, no,
Like
it's distinctly noticeable. Like, it's like, and it's not even like trashy. It's just this movie's so.
it's really
I don't want to say like it's 10 kinds of misogynistic, but it's absolutely 10 kinds of misogynistic, and it's not just like,
it's
oh,
very leering. I was talking to Juan off mic about this. It's like they had exploitation films in the 70s with women with their tits out, but those women did things.
exactly. They kicked
Those
like
women shot
even when it was
dudes and
just like they
kicked
kicked
people.
ass,
You know,
they did this, they did that. Like at least it's trashy.
it's
Yeah,
like it's like the sexy lamp test. Do you know what this is, dude?
the sexy lamp
Yeah,
test. Oh
yeah.
my God.
It's if in a movie you have a woman that can be replaced with a sexy lamp, and nothing in the movie fucking changes, there's a problem with the writing of your female character there. That
Yep.
battle royale consisted of 16 sexy lamps killing each other.
Oh,
16.
apparently the sexy lamp test comes from. Oh, of course it does. It comes from Kelly Sue DeConnick. She's a great fucking writer.
There
Mostly
you go.
comics and stuff. I love her. I have so many of her comics.
So shouts out to her. Thanks for the test.
Yeah.
This movie has a battle royale where 16 sexy lamps and push-up bras beat the shit out of each other. This is just a leering, cynical part of the film. So cynical, in fact, that the producer character in the film says, "Do I know my audience or what?"
Ugh.
That is a literal line said during a
Ugh.
16-woman battle royale to the death with like knives and guns and shit. It's like I am being talked down to by the sequel of a remake.
I hate it. Oh God. And like they have this through line through the movie of just like trying to make a comment on either like reality TV or what people like to watch, and it just doesn't do anything for me whatsoever. This guy, he's talking about how he's going to have the monopoly of the most profitable sport in the history of the planet, and he just starts yelling like more cars, more cons, more guns, more death. And at this point in my life, I'm getting very sick and tired of modern cinema trying to make commentary on franchises. Vague self-awareness never,
It's not enough.
like, it doesn't go straight through to the core. The only movie that's been able to do that kind of self-awareness on franchise properly at the time of their 50th installment is Scream. Like,
Yeah.
frankly, Scream 4 is great at that. And I thought about it too when I saw Jurassic World, and like, it's really the only movie that can hit that kind of note and do it without coming off stupid or coming off as though it's just doing it because it has to.
You know what's another movie that does that really well, but within the context of itself? Spaceballs.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
of all
But
of Mel Brooks,
Spaceballs is just fucking God. I love that movie.
here's the thing. Let's say a little parentheses here about Spaceballs. Is I think that is the Mel Brooks movie that has aged the least well.
Yes, but at the same time,
Like
I
they
don't
went
think
from
I'd
being
ever not want to watch it.
like it was amazing when I saw it for the first time, but I revisited it not too long ago, and I was like, this is
Really?
this is all right.
I don't know. I mean, the last time I rewatched it, which was like years ago, but I still very much enjoyed it. History of the World Part 1 is still my favorite, though.
That's your favorite?
Weirdly enough.
Yeah, that's no one's pick.
I know. I don't know why.
For the record, mine is Young Frankenstein.
I know. Everyone's
is
is Young
dopest.
Frankenstein. Literally everyone's is Young Frankenstein.
Well,
Whatever. Anyway,
Blazing Saddles is like right there too, but
I guess.
Young
Whatever.
Frankenstein. Anyway,
I do love Young Frankenstein, but
that's a great movie.
I don't know. Whatever. History of the World is better than Blazing Saddles. Okay. Anyway. And like,
So, yeah,
okay,
so-
but like back to the misogyny of the world, like
Yeah.
this movie isn't just, there are a lot of movies that are like, oh, we're in like a futuristic world. Like this movie is just misogynistic by nature because like, the world is misogynistic by nature. And like, no. First of all, I think that's a bullshit excuse.
Well,
Second
also,
of all,
that's not an excuse. Well, this is unfair to a film that was released 3 years ago, but now you really can't get away with that in a post Mad Max Fury Road world. We know it can be done another
exactly.
way.
And
know?
like, it's not even like, because, you know,
This
obviously Mad
movie,
Max
I'm
Fury
gonna
Road isn't,
quote
like, meant to be trashy, but, like, there are so many trashy movies that do it better. In the 60s and the 70s, they did it better.
fucking everything that Pam Grier was in. You
Yes.
know? I mean, listen. I mean, this. Like, I'm gonna quote from my own Letterboxd review of this. But this movie is like if the Road Warrior and Gamer had a baby that was unworthy of each parent. A Xerox of a Xerox of a Xerox,
It's
stapled
true.
to
Like,
another Xerox of a Xerox of a Xerox.
and so, like, other biggest issue about this movie is that it has no distinct style whatsoever. And even within low-budget movies and, like, direct-to-video, you can typically find, like, vulgar auteurism thrown
Vulgar
in there.
tourism. You just said the magic words.
Yeah, like,
Because here's the thing. A lot of these movies, a lot of these low budget films are praised for their action photography, and this is not one of them.
it isn't at all. It's
This
so
is
bland in every single way, and it's so gray, and it's so ugly, and it's just, the shots are awful. It's edited to pieces.
this is not the movie I'm going to recommend, but I do recommend that everyone go to your corner store, go to your local bargain bin, and try to find a copy of The Marine 2. It's WWE Studios Films. That is a good movie
I still
for
remember the first Marine with John Cena.
John Cena, man. And directed by who directed the
John Bonito.
Oh right. Oh, I was thinking of the other John Cena vehicle, 12 Rounds.
Oh my god, yeah.
Directed by Rennie Harlan. Incidentally, 12 Rounds 2 with Randy Orton is directed by Roll Renee. I recommend that one as well. But like I said,
Anyway.
I think Roll Renee is a decent director, but the person who edited this had no idea what the hell they were doing.
Absolutely not. And there's no
Like,
tension.
here's the thing. Editing
there's no
is
viable tension in this.
editing is super important, and I don't think it's an accident that probably the best regarded of these vulgar auteurist direct-to-video directors, John Hyams, edits his own goddamn movies.
Of course.
Even John Hyams' weaker movies are really well shot and edited. Like even Dragon Eyes, which is not a great movie, it's really well shot. The coloring is way fucked up. I don't know what the hell happened there. But as far as like the shots themselves are concerned, it's great.
Exactly.
It also has a pretty good Peter Weller performance in it.
Okay. And I mean, like, with action movies, I feel like if you do your own editing, you're all the better for it. Not just direct to video, but just in general.
Just generally.
I mean, like,
or you have someone you trust.
Yeah, like I can always go with like self-editing on their films. I mean, we can always go to the crowning example of modern action cinema, which I'm sure anyone who knows us can guess who that is.
Does it rhyme with paid?
No?
You're not talking about The Raid?
That's why I was like, what the no, I was talking about fucking director. Yeah, Gareth Evans, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
Gareth
we were
Evans.
on the same page, just different
Yeah,
different
I thought you were talking about
that.
the movie. Gareth Evans
yeah.
directs and edits.
Yes, he is our crowning example of like modern action filmmaking in that term.
Here's the thing that's weird. The character of Hammer Girl in The Raid 2 gets a better arc than any of the women in this film.
Yes, absolutely.
See, Hammer Girl
true.
doesn't even have a fucking name, and she has a better arc.
I know, but the thing, okay, like my another issue I take with Inferno is that I don't give a shit about a single character in this movie.
Yeah, me
except
neither.
for Danny Trejo.
Because he's Danny Trejo, right?
Yeah, exactly, because he's Danny Trejo. And like everyone else in this movie is I don't care. I don't know anything about them besides like the main character's backstory. That's it.
And here's the thing that could take here's what I'm going to say about the film that encompasses the narrative strand, the action photography strand, the editing strand. This is my big overarching problem with this film. There is no weight to it.
Absolutely
There's no
not.
weight to it.
Nothing.
It feels like a puff of smoke.
Nothing. I'm pretty sure I tuned out at like multiple points because there's nothing there.
Nothing there.
There's no reason for me to.
There's not a lot to hang your hat on. There are parts that I liked. Like I liked their attempts at sort of melding sports TV stuff and video game stuff with the movie stuff. Not always successful, but I appreciated the effort. I also liked some of the throwaway lines that the announcer guy had. I think my favorite one went something along the lines of rebroadcasting of this event is punishable by death or life in prison if you're under 15. I thought that was a good line. I thought that was a straight up good line.
It's not to say that there aren't like some little teeny tiny bits of fun. I mean, there's this one scene where this woman is basically, she gets her car flipped over, she gets out of the car, these two people are trying to kill her, and then she's standing in front of the fucking truck, like, challenging the shit out of them, like, fucking come at me, and then she just hits a button and explodes the other car when they're trying to run her over. And she ends up getting run over 5 seconds later, but at the very least, that scene was memorable.
That particular sequence is probably the best car-related sequence in the film.
It's the only good car-related sequence in the film. And the only other really good thing about this movie is Ving Rhames looking, and I'm going to steal this quote from Derek, like a Dick Tracy villain.
Oh yeah, it's like the big suit and the fedora and the fedora's kind of on a tilt and he's got the cigar. No, he looks like a Dick Tracy villain.
And it's great. Like I loved it, but that's it.
But again, I mean, you like that Ving Rhames is in this movie for the same reason that you like that Danny Trejo is in this movie.
Yeah, because that's who they are.
They always put in the work. I mean, that's cool.
Exactly, and I appreciate that. But fuck, like, just make better trash movies.
Make better trash. That should be our like a.
Make better trash is really like my go-to. Like, if you're gonna make trash, be like Robert Rodriguez.
Like early Robert Rodriguez.
Like all Robert Rodriguez, frankly. Except for, like, I guess Sin City 2. I don't know. Sin City 2, I heard, wasn't very good. I didn't bother. The trailer looked disappointing.
I know, like, Machete Kills?
Machete Kills? Like, okay, I still haven't seen Machete Kills, admittedly. And I obviously haven't seen Machete Kills in space because...
God.
It hasn't come out yet, and also because I don't think it's ever going to get made.
Like... No, but when I think of trash, that's not necessarily what I think of, because...
I mean, let's be real. Like, it's trash.
It's not exactly what I mean by trash. When I think of, like, gussied up trash, I think of someone more like a Brian De Palma.
Oh, that's like...
Or Paul Verhoeven.
But that's different, though. That's a different kind of trash. I would definitely say, like, Robert Rodriguez is gussied up trash.
Of a different stripe, I think.
Yes. I mean, if we're talking De Palma, Verhoeven, that's high art trash. Like, that's like trash pulp narratives taken through high art filmmaking, I guess. I don't know. This is a weird fucking thing to try to explain. I don't like this.
Or like... Or a Jonathan Demme in his early days, or a Roger Corman, or a...
Yes, I could definitely get behind that as well. But anyway.
Anyways.
This movie just, like, to reference other abundant trash action kind people who make better movies than this. Like, so back to the editing of this movie for a second, which also contributes to why I hate this movie. There are so many people who cut their films to death that, like, or not to death, to success, frankly, that cut their films so heavily, but they become good movies because of that fact, compared to this, which cuts it to death. And, like, you know, you look at, like, Tony Scott, Michael Bay, Baz Luhrmann, you know, like, the list goes on and on and on.
Well, here's the thing with those guys is that a lot of the times their editing is impressionistic, whereas this didn't give much of an impression of anything.
No, it didn't at all. And, like, it's just, like, if you're gonna edit a movie with fight scenes, keep the fights in them. Like, make the fights coherent. Matters.
Get a fighter who can act instead of an actor who can fight.
Yes. Whatever. I just fuck this movie. Then, like, it has this ending that feels like a ripoff of, like, The Dark Knight Rises and also every Furious movie ever. And it's just...
And it sets up Death Race 4, basically.
Yeah, and, like...
Yeah, this not yet.
It vaguely sets up Death Race 4. It doesn't try that hard. So yeah, I hated this movie. I really did.
This
I
movie
just
was not very good.
Derek's an asshole. That's about it.
In my defense, I didn't know that this movie was going to be this bad when I picked it.
Yeah, I know you didn't, and that's okay.
So Juan, fresh or rotten on Death Race
Rodden,
3, Inferno.
Rodden. And it
Oh
just hit me
man.
what my recommendation is gonna be. I can't fucking believe I didn't think of this before. Holy shit. Okay.
Okay, cool. Um, yeah, it's gonna have to be rotten for me too. This movie was not good. I was disappointed. I'm sorry, Juan. I didn't think this movie was gonna be this bad.
It's okay. I was kind of vaguely hopeful, but I should have known better.
Just goes to show you shouldn't be optimistic about anything ever for any reason.
Basically.
So, this is my pick, so that means your recommendation is up first. So what do you got for us?
And it just hit me a few minutes ago, as everyone just heard. Uh, but I was trying to think. I was like, okay, well, let me think of an action movie that came out 2012 that was far better than this because, and I realized Furious 6 had come out 1 year after, so I couldn't use that. But there is a movie that came out this year by the man who kicked off this remake trilogy, Paul W.S. Anderson, who I have a soft spot for, frankly, that came out this year, or 2012 year. And I
Oh,
actually think it's
okay.
one of the best movies in this entire series of films. It is the fifth installment in said series, and it is Resident Evil Retribution,
All right.
which I think is a fantastic fucking movie on so many levels. Like, I think people shortchanged the Resident Evil series so much, even though it's like, honestly, it's 4 out of 5 parts a pretty fucking like good to great series. There's only one bad installment in the entire thing, which is the sequel, the fucking Apocalypse, which is awful, 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 awful on every level. But like Resident Evil Extinction, Resident Evil Retribution, and Resident Evil Afterlife are all such like they're cool fucking movies. Like Paul W.S. Anderson, 3 out of those 4 times, because one of them wasn't him, he has done such a good fucking job creating this like mini universe of sorts that has little to nothing to do with the actual Resident Evil games, but has become its own entity that's genuinely just really cool and compelling, and it's shot so nicely because Paul W.S. Anderson doesn't get nearly enough credit for
Being a
making
visual
movies.
stylist.
Yeah, exactly. And like it's Resident Evil at Retribution has no intention of being a smart movie. It doesn't make sense half the time. It doesn't give a shit that it doesn't make sense half the time. But like it's fun. Everything about it is so satisfying, and it's like it is vulgar auteurism at like some of its best. And yeah, I'm gonna
Well,
stop talking about Resident Evil
well, vulgar
Retribution.
tourism is more of a mode of criticism and thought than it is a mode of filmmaking. So,
But like, okay, I
but I
get
know,
that,
but I
but
know,
you know
but
what I
I know
mean.
what you mean. I'm
Yes.
just being pedantic.
I know you are because you're a fucking shithead. But
Speaking of vulgar
speaking of vulgar
tourism,
tourism, I'm also going to recommend
I am
the
also going to
movie
recommend.
that is part of the vulgar tourism world. I'm Derek. Hello.
Speaking of vulgar tourism, I am going to recommend a movie that was praised in those circles, and rightly so because it's an excellent movie. Probably the best film in this cycle of movies in this sort of region of critical thought.
I
Uh,
mean, really?
oh yeah,
Really?
oh yeah. So the movie in question is the 2012 movie Universal Soldier: Day of Reckoning, directed by John Hyams. It's an incredible piece of work. It's an incredible piece of action filmmaking as far as how everything is shot, lit. There's a heavy David Lynch influence in the film. I think I forget who it is, but comparisons to Lost Highway and Videodrome were made.
Okay, I'm curious.
It's really good. It's an
I mean, you
intense.
guys have tried to convince me to watch this movie like
I
1,000
assure
times.
you that you will not be wasting your time.
I know
Uh,
I'll dig it, but like,
you've got Jacques Van Damme in full-on sad mode, just great.
sad
You've got
mode.
you've got Dolph Lundgren giving a very charismatic performance as basically what amounts to being an evil preacher for the Unisols, like a resistance leader of some kind.
Okay.
And no, the filmmaking is incredible, and it's dark, and it's violent, and it's gritty, and it's intense, and yeah, it's probably the single best direct-to-video film I've ever seen. So yeah,
Okay. That sounds fun, I guess.
hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So Juan, what are we doing next time?
I don't know, I have so many options, and I'm trying to decide whether I want to be spiteful towards like both you and I, uh, or be like nice and pick something fun that
Well,
I
let it.
already have seen and I know I love with all my heart.
Don't forget, you got
And
to
I want
give
to
the people what they
experiment.
want.
I can either experiment, hate myself, or love myself.
I don't
And
see. See, here's the thing. I never know. I don't know in what situation I would ever want to just deliberately hate myself. It seems to me that's the kind of thing I would want to avoid.
no, not for me.
Well,
I'm
don't forget
I'm
that you're dealing with the emotions of another person, right?
Yes, but I don't care about the emotions of another person. That's the thing here. But no, I'm not going to hate us that much this week. I am going to pick one of my favorite movies of all time,
Oh shit!
which which I own on Criterion, and I can't believe it has a 50 fucking percent. I mean, I actually can believe it has. I'm
This is
shocked it's not lower.
this is our second trip to the Criterion closet. What's up?
Yes, sir. It is Lars von Trier's Antichrist.
I have not seen this movie because
I have.
because I am a giant baby, and
And it's so good.
so yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to watch this movie now.
I'm so excited for you. It's such a fantastic piece of film,
all,
and
all I know is that Charlotte Gainsbourg does something horrible to her genitals, and I'm not psyched for that.
good. So yeah,
That's Willem Dafoe and Charlotte Gainsbourg in Lars von Trier's Antichrist in 2 weeks.
I'm so excited.
God.
So, thank you for listening to. I was about to say dim the house lights, and that's not
Well, no.
right.
See, here's the thing. Dim the House Lights is the name of the website that we run together where all of our long-form criticism goes. You can find it at dimthehouselights.com. We write there, and so do our three friends in film criticism, Michelle Arf, Chris Mello, and Ross Burks. You can also find us elsewhere. We're both on Twitter, and we're both on Letterboxd. Your handle at both places is Whoa, It's Juanito. That's WOAH, It's Juanito. Altogether, and mine at both places is Derek_G. That's DEREK_G. If you're interested in the podcast, you can go to the podcast's website, which is at SITMWI podcast altogether, .tumblr.com. There you can find old episodes. You can find links to our show page on iTunes. You can find links to our Twitters, our letterboxes, our RSS feed, all sorts of neat shit.
Lots of bullshit.
Lots of bullshit. While you're on our iTunes page, you can leave us a review, give us a rating, help us out, give us some feedback, man. Tell us what's up. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Is that everything?
Yeah, pretty much. This is actually a
Shit, I blew through that.
yeah. This is a short and sweet episode.
Yep.
I'm sure everyone's gonna appreciate that fact.
Yeah,
Because it's not a movie that we want to spend too much time dwelling on.
No, so
This
now
time in our
so
lives.
now I'm going to spend the next 2 weeks committing sins so I can be ready for Antichrist.
I mean, you don't have to commit any sins. It's actually a very whatever. I'll let you discover the magic of Antichrist.
You
by
are a
yourself.
rat bastard, you know that?
I'm really not, though. I'm giving you a fantastic movie.
Here's
you
the
asshole.
thing. I know that it's like, you know, a lot of people really like this movie and that has a good reputation, but I am also a giant sissy, and
I
There's
want
a-
to punctuate this with
there's
I want to end this podcast on a specific note, and that note is the fact that I chose this over Bear City. So I suggest you be nice to me, Derek.
I'm being nice to you. I'm just wait. How is me calling myself a sissy being mean to you?
It just is.
See you in 2 weeks, everybody.
Bye.